from Fort Lauderdale, this is the Bell South Winterfest Boat Parade presented by Nokia. Brought to you in part by Toyota, Upton's, Brand Smart USA, Miami Seaquarium, Lincoln Mercury, and Bell South. Now, here are your hosts, Len Martinez and Belkis Nuray.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Winterfest 1997, certainly the most watched boat parade in the entire world. I'm Len Martinez.
And I'm Belkis Nuray. A very exciting night here in Fort Lauderdale. No people wearing coats here, no snow. This is a parade, South Florida style. And Lynn, you're a veteran host, so you go ahead and get things started.
We get things started like we do every year to make sure things go safely and smoothly with the U.S. Coast Guard. And that is the fireworks showboat that we are looking at right now. And you probably can hear a few fireworks behind us. This is sponsored by Radio Shack. It kicks the boat parade off every year. This happens to be the 26th annual Winterfest Boat Parade. All right, everybody, you're now watching the grand entrance of the Grand Marshals yacht.
And this year's Grand Marshals are Dave Thomas of Wendy's fame and Miss USA, Brandy Sherwood.
Happy holiday, Lynn and Belkis.
What a wonderful way to celebrate the holidays. We are having a great time here in Fort Lauderdale.
Hi, guys. Back at you.
You know, this thing has been going on now for 26 years, and there have been a lot of famous Grand Marshals. We've had Willard Scott, George Hamilton, the Tan Man, Joan Rivers, Regis Philbin. We've had a lot of big stars in the last couple of years.
The list goes on and on and on. And 7's Brian Andrews found out that all of these people are in pretty good company.
The world's biggest holiday boat parade has seen quite a parade of stars in its 26-year history. Some of entertainment's biggest faces serving as Grand Marshals for this grand event, including George Hamilton, the man with the year-round tan. Plus, comedian Joan Rivers and her dog Spike. Also, Lee Majors, the $6 Million Man. Weatherman Willard Scott. Game show host Gary Collins and band leader Doc Severinsen. Plus, Regis Philbin.
What a great parade!
And even the Magic Kingdom coming to this magical holiday event with Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, all serving as past Winterfest Grand Marshals.
This is a looker. This is the Kathleen W. This is the showboat, the lead boat. This boat is decorated to reflect downtown Fort Lauderdale skyline.
Going with the theme, Lauderdale by night.
Dave's a great guy, and he's a local guy. He's from Fort Lauderdale. Him and his wife have been residing here for quite some time, and Brandy is spending time in South Florida, at least for the last couple of days, enjoying winter in Fort Lauderdale. That's pretty exciting. Moving on, this is the Carrie B. This is a non-for-profit boat, which means it's a private boat. It's 82 feet long, which is a good-sized boat.
I would say so.
It's a river boat, actually.
That's
the
actually
official Winterfest boat. We've got some beautiful, beautiful lights on the side there, and a bunch of people waving at the crowd. They're excited.
Most definitely. Look at them go.
This boat's theme is a South Florida Christmas for Children's Harbor, sponsored by Children's Harbor, Rebuilding Shattered Dreams.
And this boat apparently is pretty well versed in Winterfest. This boat's 14th year in the parade. That's pretty exciting.
It's very exciting. On board there, at the bottom line, in the very back of the boat, we see some legs kicking in the air.
Yep.
And they are the Miami Dolphin cheerleaders, 6 of them, kicking away. And you know what? This parade is something like 14 miles. They're going to be tired by the end of the evening. The next boat, a private boat, the Lady Sandra. Theme, giant Christmas tree with mast. And that is a giant Christmas tree lit up on the mast there with some green lights.
62 feet worth of giant Christmas tree. And it's kind of interesting. They say here, it's a Christmas tree, a wreath, and lots of lights.
She is the Carousel, and she is a showboat. Showboat means she's a big boat. And of course, as you're looking on your screen, the Marlins are on board.
There's fish on this boat.
Somewhere on there is Craig Counsell, I believe that's him. And Billy the Marlin is also on that boat.
Hey!
There he is. Shaking it, moving it.
Our good friend Billy the Marlin doing what he does best, which is just rev up that crowd.
Listen to the crowd, man.
Get him working. This is just the crowd on that boat, I want you to know.
World Series champs. Billy the Marlin, he helped. Craig Counsell, Waving to the crowd.
Go Marlins. Up now is the White Star, which is a commercial boat. 10,000 white lights.
And there are quite a few other colored lights, green and red. The hull there in the front, as you can see, is washed in lights. And these guys put a lot of effort in their boat as well. Waving to the crowd. They're into it too. 67 feet.
Hey, look who's coming down the waterway. A boat, you might say, that's kind of close to our hearts, the Channel 7 boat.
And who do you think's on that boat, Belkies? None other than Rick Sanchez and Kelly Mitchell. Hey, guys.
Hey, Belkies and Lynn. Aren't those the Deco girls?
Yes, they are. Those wild and crazy chicks.
Can you believe it's like another year and we're already here at the boat parade?
Yeah, it's beautiful. We're looking out for the Channel 7 boat. Lights everywhere, glitter everywhere. We just pale in comparison to the Deco girls.
Happy holidays, everybody.
All right, thanks, guys. You know, they have a pretty good view, but we have, I think, the best view. You at home have the best view. Rick Sanchez saying hello to the crowd.
Hi, Rick. Do you think Rick and Kelly helped put those lights up? What do you think?
Oh, I don't know about that. They're getting the crowd in the mood there. Man.
Oh, they're into it.
Choo-choo train. That's what the song is. Something like that. Man.
Not too shabby.
It's not a Christmas song, but you know what? Hey, they're in the mood. It's dark and mysterious, Belkies. It's the interlude. Their theme, ring in the new millennium.
It is right around the corner, isn't it?
Yes, it is right around the corner. This boat's pretty good size, too. It's 70 feet. 15,000 white and green lights. On this boat, we've got some giant lighted bells and holly as props. Speaking of lights, this is the Vivacious. Love of life is their theme. This is really cute.
46-footer with, is that like a big, tall tuna tower type thing up there?
Looks
along
like
the
it.
sides?
Somebody's fishing on this boat. Oh, they're excited. They've got angels and stars.
And a loud horn.
Loud horn.
What's this we see here? The Art of Fishing. It's a private 22-footer. Their theme, a tropical holiday fantasy. Get it?
Got it. This is really cute. This is really cute. If maybe we keep watching, we'll see it. Apparently, the fountain surrounding the boat sprays over 18,000 gallons of water per hour. And what would South Florida be without a bathing suit on board? There's the water. They grabbed the prettiest girl and they said, hey, get your bikini on and let's get the crowd in the mood.
This boat that we're looking at here is Plane Crazy. The theme here, Santa's Rockin' Sleigh of Toys, which would be pretty obvious seeing all the gift boxes that they put there
all
on the
wrapped
front of
up
that
front.
boat.
The owners are Kevin and Cookie, and this is a private boat. And these are typical people who say to their friends and family, get on our boat and wave to everybody and help us decorate.
And have some fun.
Oh, there's Frosty the Snowman. How cute. I'm
Toy
sure he's a
Soldier,
little
Raggedy
high.
Ann.
10,000 lights on this one. Life-size building blocks, big Christmas tree. Christmas is for
Clowns,
kids.
everything.
Kids really dig this stuff.
You're watching the Bell South Winterfest Boat Parade presented by Nokia. Here once again are Len Martinez and Belkis Naray.
You know, this is a 26th year for Winterfest. They started back in the 60s with a group of people who really just wanted to get in the holiday spirit using their boats.
That's exactly how things got started. You know, and every year it keeps growing and growing and getting better and better. It's one of Fort Lauderdale's most famous and spectacular festivals, and believe it or not, the Winterfest Boat Parade has been around some 30 years, unofficially anyway. You see, the event started in the late 1960s with a group of friends who got together, decorated their boats in traditional holiday decor, and headed to the Intercoastal. In 1971, things became official when the Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce got involved in Winterfest. 1985, the Winterfest Ball began, adding a night of glitz and glamour to the event. And through the years, Winterfest has gained national exposure. Now, more than 20 years later, it is by far the best-known nighttime boat parade in the world. Boats and yachts are decorated with a brilliant array of lights, turning the Intercoastal into a magical mixture of sea and sparkle. Year after year, the Winterfest Boat Parade lightens up Fort Lauderdale with its spectacular nighttime flotilla. It makes the holiday season come alive, South Florida style.
See you real soon. Bye-bye. This is the Andrea Lisa, and their theme is Hail to the Marlins, which we saw already, the World Series champions. Second year in the parade, and you know what? For the second year in the parade, these guys look like they know what they're doing.
They had so much fun the first year. Hey, they said, we're coming back. We're doing it bigger and better this time around. A 20-foot Christmas tree on this boat made from 3,000 lights.
That's probably Pete and Lauren, the owners, right up front. Ooh, they got some fog.
Ooh. High-tech stuff happening here. This is a production. This boat we see here, the Battered Bull. This is a big boat, all right. 171 feet of bright lights and party people.
For a big guy, because the guy on board is very near and dear to our hearts, and we're going to see him in a few minutes. We've got angels and holly there. Huge angels.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Thousands of lights on this one. The blue is spectacular on the angel's wings. That's a nice picture of it coming down the Intercoastal Waterway.
This is one fine-looking yacht.
On board there,
Hey, that guy
Wayne
looks familiar.
Huizinga and his wife Marty is on board. He's in the holiday spirit, waving to the crowd, dressed in his Christmas red tux. Ooh, something's moving on this boat. The Helen S. Touched by an Angel is their theme, and you can certainly see them enact that. The angel's wings in the back are moving.
And what are these people? There's like ultraviolet lights on
Yeah.
this boat, so everybody glows in the dark, giving it like giving this boat a little
There
added
she is.
light spectacle. Ooh, look at
She's
her.
got a little horn. Her head's moving. Her wings are moving.
How many
That's very-
batteries do you think that takes?
That's very creative. And this is a private boat, so, you know, these people rely on their own personal donations. The Angel's booging.
That is amazing. This boat that you're looking at here is the Lady Mary 2. And this, like Lynn said, is a showboat. You know what that means.
It's a
doozy.
big one.
170 feet to be exact. The theme on the Lady Mary, Jingle Bells.
And it looks like perhaps the lights are supposed to be jingle bells, and they're moving. They're jingling.
This is the Lady Mary's third year in Winterfest.
And you know what? Bill Kamal is on this boat. He's very near and dear to us. He's our weatherman at Channel 7. Miss Florida USA is Jamie Converse. Miss Teen is Nicole Broderick. And they're both beautiful women. Bill Kamal surrounded by beautiful people tonight.
And this is the Comcast boat.
Co-sponsor of Winterfest 97. There's the offshore. The offshore lady, I believe it is.
Quadruplets.
Quadruplets. There we go. Hannah Glover. It's a candy cane Christmas, Belkies. You know what? I've got a sweet tooth myself.
Of course it is.
And I think there's
isn't it every year?
They've got 5,000 miniature lights all over. But mainly, their emphasis is candy canes. Oh, what a cute Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. This is Bus Barge from Advanced Roofing. This is a commercial boat. They've got a cute theme. Santa Claus is ringing the holiday bell, and there's Santa at the top of the boat there. He's got his reindeer up front.
Yeah, you know, this boat actually has been a winner in the boat parade for the last 8 years.
Guess how big that Santa is? 25 feet, air blown.
I would have guessed correctly because it says so right here.
You're so smart.
And this one is,
The Seville.
oh,
It's a
Seville.
little boat. It's cute. It's 33 feet. It's a private boat. But you know what? That's clever. Big jingle bells moving back and forth. The owner is Bob Dalton. And the lights go, they take turns flickering. It's very creative.
This is the Sea Gem 2, and what a gem it is. What a nice job they did on this 50-footer.
Some lucky person owns this private boat. It's 50 feet long. And they've got 7,000 lights. And they've got a great theme this year. Peace on Earth is their theme.
I get the feeling this is going to be a party boat. This is the
Musset 2.
Musset 2.
Power 96's boat every year. They're pretty loud. Shake the walls, dance and party is their theme. We're not surprised. Last year, this boat won Best of Show. They've got 12,000 lights on this one. Getting the crowd in the mood.
Because, you know, they can hear everything from this boat.
This is Heritage of Miami, and their theme is the spirit of adventure. This is a commercial boat. It's beautiful, 85 feet. They've got 2,500 lights, but they've got a lot of other things going on here. This is the first time Winterfest has had an entry of this kind. It's beautiful. And these are kayakers, people who have great upper body strength and are really in the holiday spirit. here in South Florida.
And look at that. They're
lit
took their
up.
kayaks and lit them up too. Isn't that great?
Looks like 15, maybe 12 to 15 kayakers.
Ooh, somebody tipped over there.
Uh,
He got it back. Recovered.
Hey, Coast Guard will have none of that.
I think he's
buddy.
doing it on purpose, just showing off. Hi, Santa. Did you see the
that's
bottom of
cute.
that?
That's cute.
Show off.
He's got a
Hey.
he's got a vest on. He
got
looks
the-
like he has good upper
And he's
body
got the
strength.
biceps for it.
Just wishing Santa a Merry Christmas.
And this is the big bad cyclone. The theme here, Santa and his big yellow sleigh. Okay.
Woohoo! There's Santa. He's a little guy, but that's okay. We don't care what size Santa is, and he's got his reindeer up front.
And he can have his sleigh any color he wants, too.
That's right. He's Santa Man.
This is a speedboat. Can't go very fast today, obviously, but
That's right. The Coast Guard will have none of that either.
The Bell South Winterfest Boat Parade presented by Nokia will continue in a moment. Now back to the Bell South Winterfest Boat Parade presented by Nokia.
Lynn, I understand you, Dave, and Brandy got pretty chummy earlier this week.
You know, Dave Thomas is a local guy. He has a house here in Fort Lauderdale and really started from nothing to become a millionaire. And Brandy, of course, is the first woman in Idaho to become Miss USA. We got a chance to get a little cozy with them the other day.
Hi, how you doing?
He certainly doesn't act like a millionaire.
Hi, Henry. How are you doing? Good.
Shaking hands with the people who run his stores. Dave Thomas of Wendy's is a regular guy, the creator of the Square Burger.
Well, we don't want to cut corners.
Dave Thomas never cut corners from the time he was born. A high school dropout who learned as a restaurant cook about perseverance and hard work. In 1962, Dave told Colonel Sanders of KFC to simplify the menu and put a logo on the bucket. The result? Dave became a millionaire at the age of 35 and opened his first Wendy's, naming it after his first daughter. Years later, he is a huge success. And now, the big cheese for Winterfest 97, along with the side order, Miss USA, Brandy Sherwood of Idaho. And with her looks and Dave's yummy ways, Winterfest has a tasty combo.
This is the Savings of America boat, and every year these guys put on a great show. This is the Musset, and their theme is Home for the Holidays. And there's a home inflated on top. Kind of goes with their commercial theme, you know. They're a bank. They loan people money for homes.
Yeah, and they're co-sponsored with the Realtor Association of Greater Fort Lauderdale. So
Kinda
you got a
works out.
house, you need a loan.
This is the Anticipation 3. Moons over the waterways is their theme this year.
This is
a lot of beautiful dangling white lights.
An 80-foot private boat actually has 4 exploding moons on each side of this vessel.
And Santa there on the side and beautiful lit up stars. They've been in the parade for years.
This is Boatside Services. Their theme, deck the halls with bells and holly. 29-footer.
They've got 13,000 lights on this one, blinking on and off on the rails and the outriggers there. It's considered a yacht, and we can see why. The Raptious? Oh,
Hey,
doggy
they
on
bought the
board.
pet. Everybody got into the action on that boat. Even brought Fido there.
Fido's probably used to being on a yacht, toted
Oh,
around.
I'm sure
Not a bad life for a doggy in
he
South
probably
Florida.
hangs out there often.
They've got 10,000 lights on this boat.
This one's called the Cyberus.
I believe so. It's a non-for-profit boat also. And the owners are Coral Ridge Yacht Club.
Little Christmas tree in the middle there.
The owners of their yacht club and the members probably thought it'd be a great time to get out and celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, and all the holidays.
This is the Sir Winston.
3 decks on this boat. It's a big boat, 120 feet. They don't have a theme this year. Maybe they're just in the holiday spirit with their white lights. 3,000 white lights all over the decks there.
This is Great Escape. The sponsors of this, the Body Squad. The theme, dancing toys. And on board here, Lynn, there's some celebrities, I understand.
Kim Person fitness and celebrity, former Fitness of America competitor, and
The former Mr. Universe, Mike Ashley. This boat has a cute name. That's nice.
that's cute. It's a 35-footer, and their theme is Have a Merry Christmas.
Simple
Pure and
enough.
simple, that's right.
I believe what we're looking at here is the change of pace.
And this is a change of pace. The owners is one guy, John Paracco. And this thing is just decked out. We've got reindeer up front. We've got white lights all over. Excited people, thrilled to be down here in South Florida.
Big size. This is a big boat. It's a 78-footer.
What are we looking at here, Belk?
The Spirit of Aloha?
Probably.
These are canoes. Look at this, outrigger canoes.
Ooh, non-motorized.
This is another one, the first year that Winterfest has had an entry of this kind. This is really different from what we've seen so far.
And you know why they're wearing those hats? Because their theme is Hawaiian style, Spirit of Aloha. They're moving, they're cooking, and they're in sync.
That's the South Florida spirit there. Hawaiian shirts,
The tropical
hats.
spirit. Say hello to Lucky Strike. Ring in a bright new year. And this boat certainly is bright. We've got a lay of holiday wreaths around a couple of people there. There's Rudolph's red nose. And they've got a lighthouse up front there. Bells. Sort of a mixture of Christmas and South Florida.
Bells, because it's ring in the new year. Get it? This boat here, what we're looking at is Joint Adventure. This is a 46-footer. This is a commercial boat. Their theme, Hail the Decks with Bells and Holly, which is
Winterfest theme this year. And they've got plenty of beautiful bells there and beautiful white lights. 15,000 mini white lights with some holiday boxes on board. And the live music you're listening to as the angels dance is from Pamela Stanley. She's got a beautiful voice.
this one's choreographed here. There's a whole little show going on this boat.
Merry Christmas, everybody! Everybody likes to have some fun. Spending time with everybody's love. Spending time together with the family. Having lots of joy with everyone.
Shouldn't those angels be keeping their dresses down? I'm teasing. It's beautiful.
The wind's starting to blow out here a little bit actually now.
If you've ever been to the Grand Cayman or the Cayman Islands, you know how beautiful it is. This is a Mariner 3. Sponsored by Cayman Islands and Cayman Airways.
Which would make sense that the theme on this boat is life underwater in the Cayman Islands. And you can see there fish,
Starfish.
starfish.
I don't think that horn was loud enough.
I can still hear.
And this is the mascot, Sir Turtle there. Sea turtle probably. Obviously found in the Cayman Islands.
The Bell South Winterfest Boat Parade presented by Nokia will continue in just a moment. Now we return to the Bell South Winterfest Boat Parade presented by Nokia.
As we've been telling you all night, each year Winterfest just keeps getting better and better. It attracts more and more people, and I think now it's up to what, like 800,000 people in?
Ton of people are watching, and you know what? Who better to be out there mingling and flirting with the people watching this boat parade than Tim Chernow?
They came by foot, they came by bus, and in dad-powered wagons.
With all the things I got set up for the kids and the music and all that stuff, definitely recommend it for the family.
Were you here last year?
Yeah.
You're here this year?
Yeah.
You think you're gonna come back next year?
Yeah.
So if we see any 14 or 13-year-old boys, what was that?
Send him here.
As a guy to guy, is a boat parade a good date?
Boat parade is a great date.
A dinner date. No, wait. Dinner and a show.
Well, is this cool?
You know it.
How often do you guys come to this?
Every year.
Every year?
Every year.
Not every year, maybe.
Since 1970.
It's a family tradition. There are certain things you do during the Christmas holidays, and the boat parade has always been part of our family tradition.
Well, I've been watching it on TV after the fact, so this year I say I wanted to be here.
Are you looking forward to seeing the boats? You are, huh? Because they're just going to be so... Well, there you go. You can be the reporter, and, I'll just go take a little break there. All right. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. All this fun happened before the first boat even came by. Are you having a good time or are you having a great time?
A great time.
And by the time the first boat arrived and the fireworks filled the sky, the folks who came this year were planning to come back next year.
Hey everybody, say hello to Daffy. It's a private boat, and it looks beautiful there in the dark. Choo-choo trains on the water is their theme. It kind of looks like a choo-choo train. That is beautiful how the mast is all decorated.
If you take a good close look at that mast, it's actually a Christmas tree. They did it in the shape of a tree with the lights and the bulbs and everything.
And I guess the railroad there chugs its way around that tree you're talking about at the bottom.
This is a 40-foot sailboat. This is the Terminator. The theme here, Marina Bay decks the seas with bells and holly. And it would be Marina Bay decks the seas because the owner of this boat is Marina Bay. This is a commercial boat. It's a 46-footer.
Stars on either side of the boat lit up. That's creative.
Lots of green lights up and down the sides, too.
And there's Frosty again, dancing with the girls and the kids and dancing with Rudolph.
Hey, Rudolph's the captain.
We saw the U.S. Coast Guard at the beginning of this program, and we're seeing the Coast Guard again. The Cutter Point BAMs, U.S. Coast Guard, obviously not for profit, and they're all decked out in their white lights and beautiful white star at the top there. The Coast Guard, keep in mind, do a great job with drug interception, a great job rescuing people in the waters off South Florida, and they're out there every day. We salute you, Coast Guard, this holiday season.
To you, most definitely. This is the Lady Francis.
Very nice.
What a bright lady she is. This is a pretty interesting boat, Lynn, because the theme on this one is Save the Wildlife, and there's actually some live animals on board this 110-foot boat.
People up front dancing, getting in the mood. It's a not-for-profit boat. It's 110 feet. It's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, they're wearing leopard.
How appropriate.
How appropriate, and safari outfits. And why, look, it looks like a live gorilla, Belky.
I'm going to have to guess by his hands that he's not a real gorilla. I don't know. Oh, there you go.
Real
tiger up there. Amazing.
We've got some white tigers and cougars and leopards on here. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful animals. Two Florida Panthers
like a Florida Panther there. Gorgeous.
We've got a hawk on there, too. Again, their theme is Save the Wildlife. Keep in mind, we've got a lot of wildlife down here in South Florida, especially the Florida Panther and the manatees. And these guys remind us of that. Animal trainers making sure
Wow,
things...
look at that. Amazing.
Wow. Florida Panther there just sort of lounging around.
Just hanging, chilling out.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
And this boat is the Fred Smith. Hi, Fred.
I wonder if Fred owns this. The Spirit of the Holidays is their theme. It's a non-profit. They've got 8,000 red miniature lights on board there. The sponsors.
This is actually the Miami Children's Hospital boat.
They do a lot of hard work with a lot of kids.
And here's the name, where the name Fred Smith comes from. It was actually named after a sea captain that was torpedoed down in the English Channel in World War I. Hey, don't say we never taught you anything. We just learned it ourselves, as a matter of fact.
Oh, don't give anything away. Miami Children's Hospital does a lot of good work throughout the year, taking care of sick kids, getting them better. And every kid wants to be home for the holidays. And that's probably their goal this time of year.
This gal here is RJ's lady.
Jingle Bell Island. And they've got some lit palm trees up front and a big jingle bell on top of their craft. The owners, Robert and Donna Richards, they've got some kids on board up front.
A lot of cuties on there. This one here is Princess Tanya Martika. Holiday fairy tales, the theme on board this boat.
The Nutcracker, of course, a tradition with Christmas. Toe shoes or no toe shoes?
Looks like no toe shoes. Toe shoes
it's pretty hard.
Toe shoes could be a bit risky at sea. Oh, no, she looks...
Lots of things
Holiday
going on
fairy
here.
tales.
Yeah.
Definitely pulling out all the stops to carry out the theme. Hey, did you see Snow White go by there?
Yeah, that's clever. Stardust, their theme is boatloads of holiday fun.
This is another private boat. The owners here, Dale and Debbie Dacus. This is a 38-foot boat that they really did a really nice job with.
Evidently, this boat was named after the song Stardust. And there is Santa Claus with his two little helpers, two cute little bears, and lots of live helpers on the side of the boat, waving and saying thanks to everybody in South Florida and wishing everybody a Merry Christmas.
Saying thanks for coming out and supporting this great event.
This is the Mooncusser, and it's another private boat, and their theme is adorable. March of the Wooden Soldiers. Now, Becky's, you haven't seen this because this is your first year hosting this, but you see the toy soldiers right there? They fall down. Keep watching. The cannon goes off, and they fall down, and you know what? They pop right back up like any good toy soldier would do.
Right on cue. They've been around a long time. 20 years they've been doing this parade. Mr. and Mrs. Jack Holland.
There they are. Keep watching. Stand by. They're going to fall. They're waving to the crowd. The cannon's getting ready.
That is cute.
Supposedly these guys
right back up again.
Fall down some 300 times during this parade, so they are getting their exercise.
I believe it.
The mast of the sailboat is decorated as a Christmas tree with lights and garland, and there's
toy soldier boss up there.
He doesn't need to fall down.
The Bell South Winterfest Boat Parade presented by Nokia. We'll be right back. The Bell South Winterfest Boat Parade presented by Nokia now continues with Lynn Martinez and Belkis Naray.
You know, everybody gets in the spirit of Winterfest, and we mean everybody up and down the Intercoastal Waterway. There are many homes and businesses, people who actually compete with 1,000 lights for the best house or the best business.
Yeah, these people really, really get into it. And guess what? We sent Kim Morris to check things out to give us the best views in the house.
A lawn of lights, a festive sight, so clearly seen at night. 'Tis the shoreline competition, where bright is right. Hours and hours, days upon days of time well spent, putting a sleigh on a restaurant roof, setting reindeer hoof to hoof. 'Tis a good time for a shooting star to be seen from afar. What does it mean, that sea of seahorse green? That cascade of trees down a building's side? A nativity scene, a hint of Yuletide. Bells that don't ring are bells no less, and why the people in this home didn't compete is anybody's guess. Look at this house, bathed in a soft Christmas glow. And there's a guy in red we all know. Wonder how long it took to rain white light all over this place. Wonder if these people wanted more lights if they could find the space. How about this one called 11 Palms A-Swaying? Didn't see anything called geese a-laying. And what was on this guy's mind when he called his display delightfully tacky yet unrefined? Alas, there are winners, you know. Bella Bella Jingle Bells, ringing in the holidays, and Happy Holidays as the best of this year's show. Congratulations to all the winners.
This guy here is the Prince of Tides. The sponsors here, the Calvary Chapel of Fort Lauderdale, 44-footer.
Live angel there with beautiful wings, rejoicing in the religious spirit of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
People look pretty amazed when they're waving to the crowd. And the three wise men. Remembering what Christmas is all about. This is the Sun Dream. Tropical Night is their theme. And it's a commercial boat. They've got lots of holly and parrots and birds. It's a tropical theme. It's 137 feet. It's a big boat.
Hey, look who's on board this one, Morton Downey Jr. And you know what? He's not Robert Downey Jr.'s father.
A lot of celebrities come down here in South Florida take part in Winterfest because they want to be part of the holiday spirit, South Florida style too. This is Nothing to Do. Nothing to Do is a beautiful boat. They've gone themeless this year. They've got lots of lights.
It's a Virgin boat. It's their first year in the parade. They did a great job for a first year. Look at that. Merry Christmas on both sides. Lots of lights.
It's a private boat.
The stars and the moons.
Very nice. This is Zip Code 2. The Joy of Bells is their theme. And again, this is a private boat.
This is a 34-footer. 6 lighted bells, 2 lighted stars, and close to 5,000 lights on this baby. This boat here is Bolero. This is a private boat. It's a 35-footer. The owner, Carl Stacy. Holly leaves, berries, lots of lights, 4,500 little itty-bitty miniature lights on board this boat. This is the Three Babes. Their theme, O Tenenbaum.
And they've got a huge, beautiful Christmas tree on this boat. It's a private boat. It's small. It's 25 feet. But that tree is lit up. Jingle Bells is the theme of this boat. The Marine Science boat. It's a non-for-profit 41-footer. Jingle bells all over the boat. How cute. Big bells on the top. Stars. Little bells in the bottom that move around.
And now we've got Lady Lucille. Christmas in Paradise.
This is a private boat. Some lucky person owns this 65-footer.
And this is another first-timer.
They've got 2 6-foot trees on either side of the boat.
Yacht.
Beautiful yacht.
I think it gets offended when you call it a boat, Lynn.
Boats get offended?
I would think. If I were a yacht and you called me a boat, I'd be offended. the captain and
the son.
Captain in training. And Gilligan.
The type of vessel apparently is a Coast Guard certified yacht, Belky. So you are correct.
So that makes
it's not a canoe. It's not a dinghy. It's a big one. This is Playtoy, another private boat. Rolling light extravaganza is their theme. The lights do kind of roll along if you really look closely.
What a good name, Playtoy, because it's probably what it is for the owner.
Oh, that's cute. Lit dolphin right there at the front of the boat.
That's cute.
Or actually, the dolphins are pulling the boat, probably.
Very South Florida theme there.
The Bell South Winterfest Boat Parade presented by Nokia. With Len and Belkys, we'll be back in a moment. Now, here once again are Lynn Martinez and Belkys Neray.
You know, tonight's boat parade is kind of like the grand finale, you might say, Lynn, to a lot of different events, including one that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it's the gala. It's black tie, and Beatrice Canals got dressed up, and she went.
It's the opening of the holiday season. Where else would you want to be for a winter time event?
It's going to be a fabulous night.
A night of elegance, a night of fun, a kickoff party to remember. The Winterfest Black Tie Gala.
Phenomenal.
It's the perfect way to usher in the holidays.
With the Christmas spirit in the air, hundreds of volunteers who work hard all year round to make this event possible were able to kick back and enjoy. And they rocked all night long. The entertainment, performers from Discovery Cruise.
And if we're talking about a glamorous party, there has to be fantastic food. Well, take a look. How's about a 5-course meal?
Oh, this is a home run, definitely.
Yes, even the Marlins' Jeff Conine stepped up to the plate. An evening of sheer delight. Too bad it had to end.
Invictus. Private. Still, people up front. Santa's helper, shaking her skirt up. She's got a little cake going in case it gets a little rainy. We've got 15 to 20,000 miniature lights. The bigger the boat, the more lights you gotta go out and buy. Here's Rudolph again, pulling yet another boat. Rudolph's Helpers there.
I'm not sure this one has a name, actually.
It's a private boat.
It's sponsored by Shanna Hair Designs, though.
We've got Rudolph's Helpers. Looks like we got a little sleigh in the back there. And Elvis Presley. Elvis is alive and well.
No one told us Elvis was going to be here.
Shaking his hips.
The king.
And look at his little helpers.
Elvis at no loss for helpers.
Elvis, don't shake that pelvis at me. An angel pulling this boat. Everybody's out. Pretty Penny. It's a family Christmas, Belkies. And they've got the whole family there.
Pretty Penny. Well, there's enough room for the whole family. It's a 40-foot boat.
Do you think it costs a pretty penny? Beautiful lit angel with her sounding horn pulling the boat.
Leading the way.
And two reindeer in the back. Another tropical theme going. Got a beautiful palm tree there. And some white lights up front.
This looks like it might be the Sea Safari, maybe?
Yeah, this is the Sea Safari. Just hang tight, everybody. Keep in mind, at the end of the boat parade, we've got a special guest. Shh, don't tell them who it is, Belkies.
No. I think they have to know. Come on.
No. Pretty
We'll
special.
give you a hint. It's not Morton Downey Jr.
Or Robert. Looks like a smaller private boat, but they've really gone all out too. And it seems like if you've got a sailboat, a great idea is to make the mast a Christmas tree. And that's what these guys have done. Christmas sweets is their theme. Maruby.
Maruby. English Jack going by.
All right. What would Winterfest 97 be without a little skin? And it's South Florida and it's hot out.
Little dancing.
A little bathing suit. And we've got some lit bells here on the top of this vessel. Beautiful. And as we know, it's not just Christmas time, it's Hanukkah right around the corner.
This is the Flamingo. This boat symbolizes the Jewish celebration of Hanukkah. We see the menorah there in lights. I believe a dreidel.
Mm-hmm. And we're celebrating all holidays during the season.
Absolutely.
We've got a live band on board this boat, entertaining the crowd on the shoreline and the crowd there on its boat.
All right, there's the band.
Yeah, the live band.
These people look like they've been partying for a while.
Either that or they're just pretty excited.
Everyone's very festive. Everybody feels good. Everybody's in the holiday spirit, regardless of what kind of holiday you celebrate.
A beautifully lit Christmas tree on the top of this boat. As they step into the spotlight, you'll be able to see more of this boat. That's really clever. They've got some candy canes. The 19th hole. I wonder if they've got a little golf course on there, huh?
This is 19th hole. I wonder. I guess
There's Santa Claus.
Hey.
They're cooking along.
This is Little Toot.
And their theme is Party On. Sing it, Little Toot. Look at the candy canes kind of drooping because they're cooking.
Little Toot's moving.
See, this is why we have the Coast Guard.
You're watching the Bell South Winterfest Boat Parade presented by Nokia. Now back to the Bell South Winterfest Boat Parade presented by Nokia.
Wow, what do you think this one is?
Savannah.
They've got Santa Claus on board this boat.
Hey, Santa.
Hey, Santa Claus. He's asking the kids if they've been naughty or nice.
No, I think he's pointing at us, Lynn.
I think he is too.
We've been good, we swear.
This boat, sponsored by Target stores. This is the 9th year in the parade. They've got Frosty on here. They've got the elves. Santa, he is Christmas for kids. That's a big snowman.
Season's greetings.
We certainly did see a lot of beautiful boats during Winterfest 97. We hope to see you back here again next year, of course. Wishing you a happy holiday season, Merry Christmas, and Happy Hanukkah. I'm Lynn Martinez.
And I'm Belkis Naray. Have a great holiday, everybody. We'll see you next year.
The Bell South Winterfest Boat Parade presented by Nokia. has been brought to you in part by Toyota, Upton, Brand Smart USA, Miami Seaquarium, Lincoln Mercury, and Bell South. Doubletree Guest Suites, Galleria Intracoastal Waterway in Fort Lauderdale, the official hotel for Winterfest. Doubletree, the only hotel that meets all your needs. Meetings, relocations, extended stays, and corporate rates.